Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Another gorgeous afternoon for baseball here at the Big A. It is Fan Appreciation Day. Fans streaming into the ballpark, seeing if the Angels can complete the sweep of the visiting Seattle Mariners. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A, and alongside my broadcast partner, Mark Gubas. I'm Victor Rojas. So glad you could join us once again for Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. And last night, another nice victory for the Halos, a one-run win. Hopefully, today it's a little bit more than that. They've got a tough guy to face in Felix Hernandez, and we'll talk about that pitching matchup here momentarily. But since August 23rd, we keep talking about that date. That's when the Angels turn things around. Now 21-7 in that stretch.
Yeah, Victor, just finding ways to win, whether it's a good bullpen session or somebody coming out and getting a big base hit. The gloves have been great in the field. Just finding the ways to win, trying to get closer to that 500 mark.
All right, last night we saw that C.J. Wilson was awarded the Nick Adenhart Award for Angels Best Pitcher. He's going for his 18th win, and as I've mentioned, King Felix on the hill for Seattle.
9 in a row for C.J. He's been throwing the ball so well. Congratulations to C.J. Wilson for winning the Nick Adenhart Award. What a prestigious award for C.J. The reason why, he's been fantastic. His slider has been very good. His command of his fastball, much improved as the season has progressed. His changeup good. All his pitch has been working down in the strike zone. Always has that ability to get the ground ball out, and he's been unbelievable of late.
Yeah, Hamilton in the lineup today as a DH. No Mark Trumbo, though. Efren Navarro getting to start at first base. As we are just about ready for baseball here at the Big A on Fan Appreciation Day. So sit back and relax. Lineups at first pitch when we return. set between the Angels and the Seattle Mariners. Halo's looking for the sweep of the Seattle Mariners on Fan Appreciation Day. A gorgeous day for baseball here. Mild temperatures, and we thank you, the fans, for sticking with us. I know it's been a tough season, but fortunately for the Angels, since August 23rd, they continue to play very good baseball. 21-7 marks since that August 23rd day. We were talking about it with Tim Salmon during the pregame show. It was that series that last two road trips ago that started off in Seattle, the three-city trip. Things weren't going well for the Angels, and we were looking at each other, talking on the flight up to Seattle. It's going to be a grind over the next 5 weeks to see if these guys can turn things around. Boy, oh boy, they certainly have.
Yeah, we thought that would be real tough at that point, but the reality is they turned around that road trip, and since that point, been the most consistent team in all of baseball. The records there, the team ERA, which was a sore point for a majority of the season. Bullpen, very good. The defense, getting hits with runners in scoring position, that was important. That's turned it around, and that's why we've seen some very good quality baseball from the Angels for a long period of time. 28 games, as a matter of fact.
Now the Halos have finally taken the field. We'll take a look at Eric Wedge and his starting nine for the Seattle Mariners this afternoon. Abraham Almonte will lead things off in center field. Franklin Gutierrez in right. Kyle Seager in third. Kendrys Morales at DH. Justin Smoke at first. Mike Zunino back behind the plate. It's Nick Franklin at second. He's had a nice series. Michael Saunders in left field, and Carlos Triunfel is batting ninth and playing shortstop, taking on C.J. Wilson. Recently named the Nick Adenhart Award winner for the best pitcher on this Angels staff. 17-game winner this season.
Yeah, he's been real good against Seattle. His last 4 starts, been ERA just over 2, 9 straight wins. As far as decision-wise for C.J. Wilson, his slider and curveball have been fantastic. He's been mixing in his changeup more often, also been able to throw for strikes, still able to get his fastball inside and then two-seam fastball away consistently for C.J. Wilson.
Check out the defense behind C.J. Wilson this afternoon. Got J.B. Shuck at left, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun is in right. The infield consists of Andrew Romine, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Efren Navarro today from third to first. Hank Conger behind the plate.
Anytime C.J. on the hill, going to get a lot of ground ball action, especially at third base. And Andrew Romine has played a solid third base, generally a middle infielder, shortstop, second baseman. Just made 1 error and 26 chances at third base for the Halos. Also went back in that pop-up in Houston. One of the best plays we've seen this entire season.
Halos had a walk-off win 2 nights ago as CJ still finishing up his warm-up pitches. Last night they scored early and often against Joe Saunders, who eventually took the loss, but Seattle did stalk back, even scoring a run in the 9th inning on the home run by Raul Ibanez. Congratulations to him. 300th career home run. Raul's not in the lineup today for the Seattle Mariners. And also, it was his 29th, tying him with Ted Williams. Oldest.
Always impressive to be in that same category with that name. You've seen that enough with Mike Trout and all the great names in baseball. Raul Ibanez up there with Ted Williams now.
Abraham Almonte leading things off. Switch hitter and center fielder. .291 average for him. As he looks at his strike. He was in the 2 spot last night. Ended up going 1 for 3. A single. Also had a walk and a sacrifice fly. Picked up his 8th run batted in. He wanted an appeal and did not go. It's Jim Joyce over at first base. Joe West, the Cowboy himself, behind the plate this afternoon.
The singing Cowboy.
Yeah. I saw it with my own eyes. Almonte shoots one to right field. Leadoff man is on board via the single. And as Franklin Gutierrez comes to the plate, take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Lana Del Rey, summertime sadness. We talked about how well this club has played with the first day of fall today. Well, since August 23rd, 21-7 for Mike Scioscia's club. They've finally put all 3 phases together. Kind of sad to see the summer go away, but still an opportunity to be able to keep it going here in the fall.
Yeah, today, at like 1:44 Pacific time, but officially autumn. Don't ask me how I knew that.
Yeah, how did you know that?
Farmer's Almanac. They still have those. Digital edition now.
Hey, they're right a lot of times, especially when they predict wet winters, cold winters, a lot of snow. What are they saying for California this year?
I haven't gotten to that chapter, but I will tell you.
Thank you. On the road trip, we got a flight up to over to Texas, so why not?
Franklin Gutierrez takes down low. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Gutierrez did not play last night. Got to start Friday. And in that ball game, went 0 for 5. Hitting .250, 8 home runs, 22 runs batted in.
Gutierrez 6 for 18 against CJ with a home run, .333 batting average.
Bouncer to third. Romine feeds Kendrick for one. Quick relay to first. Round the horn, double play, 2 down.
That's one thing CJ very good at, is getting that ground ball. And Romine, we talked about him being active at third. 5-4-3 double play. Well turned by Howie Kendrick. Also, hard hit, great feed. Howie gets it, gets rid of it quickly, turns it easy. 5-4-3 double play.
So 2 outs, the bases clear, and Kyle Seager coming to the plate. Seager hitting .266, 22 home runs, 67 runs batted in. Had himself an 0 for 3 game last night. Picked up an RBI, also drew 2 walks. 30 doubles and a couple of triples. And is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Seager is 3 for 19 against CJ Wilson. Lefties in general this season is 176 against Wilson.
One. Swing and a miss. Started to swing, then decided I don't want to swing, but the bat kept going through the zone.
Good hard breaking ball again for CJ Wilson during this stretch in which he's been very good. His breaking ball has been fantastic.
It's interesting, Tim Salmon, the pregame show, talking about CJ, kind of said more Dan Herron, like pitching more to contact as opposed to trying to strike guys out and putting guys away. As Seager swings and misses, Conger will have to throw on to first. And there's the strikeout. It's completed. Top of the first is in the books. J.B. Shock, Eric Ibar, Mike Trout to face Felix Hernandez with no score when we return. Mike Scioscia starting 9 for the Angels. The wins in the first 2 games of the series. The Angels now 76 and 78. J.B. Shuck leading things off at left. Ibar at short. Trout at center. Hamilton back in the lineup at DH. Kendrick at second. Cole Calhoun at right. Conger behind the plate. Efrain Navarro getting to start at first base in place of Mark Trumbo. And it's Andrew Romine rounding things out. That lineup will face King Felix Hernandez. He's missed some time due to an oblique issue, but this will be his 30th start.
4+ pitches for King Felix. Fastball 89-94, slider, curveball, and a plus changeup, which he throws more and more often. Surprised though that he's on the hill today, especially missing some time, trying to get at least 1 more start, possibly 2 before the end of the season.
1 ball, 1 strike on J.B. Shuck, hitting .293, a couple of home runs, 39 runs batted in. J.B. had the night off last night with Joe Saunders on the mound. And they're going 0 for 4 Friday night's game. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, 1-2. All 4 of his ground outs found Dustin Ackley on Friday night. Dustin Ackley not in the lineup today, so JB's happy.
Yeah, no question. Ackley has played a solid defensive second base in the series so far, getting a day off. King Felix 8-13 in his career versus the Angels with a 3.95 ERA.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Last start for Felix on September the 2nd against Kansas City. 3 runs, 6 hits, 6 2/3 innings, 6 punch outs, and 1 walk.
Well, he's 0-4 in his last 4 starts with an ERA well over 7.
Old Tapper foul. JB got a piece of it. You surprised at this stage of the season he would come back and make 1 if not 2 more starts?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because especially with somebody like Felix Hernandez, you already know what you have in him. Now, when you have an oblique problem, every once in a while you try to compensate that with your mechanics, and you might develop some kind of an arm issue. That's why it's pretty surprising. I know he wants to pitch. He's very, very competitive, but it's up to the organization at that point to say, you know what, we know what you can do. We know you are our horse. The reason why we're going to try to compete next season. It's an interesting decision why they decided to put him out here today.
And while he may want to, and if it works out well for him economically as far as pitch count, you'd figure that he's not going to be out there a whole lot, 5-6 innings.
Yeah, he'll settle in around anywhere between 95 and 100 pitches, depending on how stressful those pitches are.
And JB goes down swinging. And there's out number 1.
Well, you see Felix, he's been pretty inconsistent throughout his career against the Angels, especially here at the Big A. 2-5 with an ERA 3.5. Mentioned that 8-13 overall. He's had some run support here, but unable to hold some leads, especially that game there down. The Angels are 8-1, eventually come all the way back. Mark Trumbo's had some great at-bats, as has Mike Trout in his career against King Felix.
Now, he did take the loss when the Angels were in Seattle on August 22nd, but at 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 runs on 3 hits, 6 innings of work.
Well, an interesting thing early on here from Felix. A lot of times in the past against the Angels, a lot of fastballs early on. You're seeing a lot of his breaking stuff between his curveball, slider, and changeup here already in the first inning.
Ibar yanks one down the line, but foul. One ball, 1 strike on Eric. Hitting 268. 6 home runs, 53 runs batted in. 30 doubles and 5 triples for Ibar. Shows bunt, bunts it foul.
One thing King Felix does so well over that pitching rubber, maintains real good balance. Turns his back to the hitter. That allows him to stay tall over the pitching rubber and work downhill consistently. It's one thing we've seen Jason Vargas do. Something we've talked about with Garrett Richards, to be able to maintain his mechanics. May indeed some point do that type of turn to stay taller on that pitching rubber. See how he maintains his balance. Hides the baseball well, and then all of a sudden as a hitter, that baseball's on top of you. Doesn't throw 96, 97 anymore, but still a firm fastball with an excellent changeup.
1-2. And he got him looking. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hernandez, and that'll bring up Mike Trout.
It's one of those fun matchups as a fan if you're watching at home. You get Mike Trout, the best young hitters you're going to see in the game, against one of the best still. Think about young pitchers, Cy Young Award winner in the past, and King Felix.
Picked up that Cy Young in 2010. 106 wins since 2006. And still just 27 years of age. Trout went hitless last night, 0 for 4. Swings that first breaking ball. 327 average, 26 home runs, 92 runs batted in. A week left to go with some milestones ahead of him. 3 against Oakland, 4 against Texas. That's the week ahead. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Always the odd thing about baseball is it's a team sport, but it's driven by individual stats. And at this time of the year, especially for a hitter or even a pitcher at this point, you're thinking in terms of putting up those numbers, and it allows your team to win games.
1-2. Took something off.
A lot of ball speed between his slider and his curveball, and very good changeup. Of his 15 pitches here in the first inning, majority off speed.
Not looking like a guy was dealing with any sort of oblique problem, that's for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And the reason why I said sometimes you alter your mechanics with an oblique problem, I had that before where you end up dropping your elbow down because you're trying to create a spot where you're throwing the baseball where you're not having any discomfort in your side. And when you do that, all of a sudden you create issues with your elbow and shoulder.
Scoreless tie here at the bottom of the first inning for Hernandez. Back-to-back strikeouts of Shuck and Ibar. Off the plate, full count with Hamilton on deck. (3-2). And he struck him out as Hernandez strikes out the side. We've played 1 here at the Big A, and we have no score.
Take a look at today's Coors Light cold hard fact. Revolves around C.J. Wilson. 17 wins as far as AL win leaders. Max Scherzer, 20-win season for him. 20-3 as a matter of fact. C.J. with 17 wins. Bartolo Colon with 16. And Chris Tillman, what a solid season for Baltimore with 16 wins. And that cold hard fact is brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Here in the second inning, he'll face 4, 5, and 6 for Seattle. Morales, Smoke, and Zunino. Kendrys takes a little bit high. Morales hitting .277, 22 home runs, 78 runs batted in. Kendrys last night 1 for 5, had a single. CJ falls behind here 2-0. Kendrys a free agent to be. Takes a strike. 2-1.
Kendrys 7 for 17 against C.J. Wilson. One of the few batters in the lineup against C.J. that had some success against him.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And what we've seen the Angel pitchers having success against Morales is throwing slow curveballs and changeups. He was on that fastball, 2-1 fastball down. May throw a cut fastball in on the hands, but off speed, very good against him.
Tried to backdoor the breaking ball and missed. Full count. And Kendrick swinging the bat well from the right side, as we saw last year. He didn't play a whole lot against left-handed pitching.
He's got a pretty consistent swing to
Yeah.
the side of the plate.
273 this year and 198 at-bats. 6 home runs. 3-2. Morales hits one out toward right center field. Trout on his horse. The ball still drifting down. He leaps up, can't get it. He traps it up against the wall. Morales on his way to second with a double.
And that's that swing once again for Morales. Hit the ball well the other way. Mike Trout almost made an outstanding play up against the wall. Had to go far. Almost tracked it down. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. And a good swing from Morales. Hit the ball the other way and almost made the play off the wall. Kept it from getting away from him, but too high even for Mike Trout off the wall. 33rd double the season for Morales.
So Morales on board, leadoff double, second consecutive inning in which the Mariners have picked up a leadoff hit. Justin Smoak at the plate. Smoak hitting .240 this year, and he skies one out the left. J.B. Shuck and Mike Trout. J.B. is under him. Makes the catch. Morales stays at second. There's out number 1. Let's now go to Los Angeles for a Fox Sports 1 game break. Thanks a lot, Will. Here we're in the second inning. Kendrys Morales standing at second with 1 out. And Mike Zunino, the catcher, at the plate. 0-1 count on Zunino. 45 games for him. For being drafted last season from the University of Florida. 211 average, 3 home runs and 11 home runs batted in. 4 doubles as well. Offensively struggling. Defensively does a very nice job. 1 ball, 1 strike.
CJ had a count here. A chance to bounce a breaking ball if he wants or elevate a fastball. The outfielder is allowed to play a little bit deeper than normal. Morales at second. Better opportunity if there is a base hit in the outfielder to throw him out at home.
That breaking ball bouncing out in front of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seattle last night 2 for 10 with men in scoring position. In the series they are 4 for 24.
Good job by Hank Conger blocking that slider in the dirt. CJ Wilson with 11 wild pitches this season. Well played by Hank Conger.
One, 2. Ground ball down the line. That's a fair ball and they'll bring in a run. Zunino sneaks it just inside the bag as Calhoun gets the baseball in. An RBI double. Seattle leads at 1-0.
Sometimes it's not exactly how you hit a baseball, it's where you place that ball. Is right down the line. And if you're Navarro, you're not thinking a right-handed batter is going to hit a ball like that down the line against you. You're playing more so in the hole to cut off that angle. Boy, jammed him. And inside out and right down the line for a double for Zunino, his 5th of the season. With now 12 RBI.
A little bit of a get off me swing.
That's what happens on occasion with cut fastballs in. For a right-handed batter against Wilson.
Conversation here to go over the scouting report, I believe, with Nick Franklin at the plate. Switch hitting shortstops, had a nice series.
Yeah, 5 hits.
.225 average for Franklin. 12 home runs and 44 runs batted in. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Franklin hitting .238 from the left side, .198 from the right side. One ball, one strike. Kendrys Morales leading off the second with a double off the wall in right center. Zunino brought him home with a double down the right field line. Chopper to the left side. Ibar has it. In a hurry with Franklin running. And they get up for round number 2.
And coming up later in the game, we'll check out the big news from around the majors on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. A couple legends having a special day in the Bronx today. And of course, some crazy wild action in the wild card race.
Wonder who those legends could be. Zunino still at second base. Here's Saunders getting to start today in left field. .240 average for him.
Saunders 3 for 21 against C.J. Wilson.
Swings the first one, bounces it foul. 0-1 count.
CJ early on threw a lot of first pitch strikes. Seattle being very aggressive on the first pitch against him also.
Saunders last night 1 for 4. A double, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Struck out to end the game last night against Ernesto Friere.
8 batters faced so far for CJ. 6 first pitch strikes, which is a good sign for the conversation. A couple already in the game between Hank Conger and C.J. Wilson, slowing down the pace of the game. That's what you, as a pitcher, you don't want to do.
That's the worst thing you can do for your infielders and outfielders.
Especially early in the game, you've already had a conversation before the game as far as your game plan.
How much can the conversation
and you can see
by
the reaction by Mike Butcher saying, hey, we just went over our game plan. You want your fielders on their toes to make a great play behind you.
0-2. Got to go back to Nuke LaLoosh. Don't think, just throw.
I always believed in that.
Good old Crash Davis. Words to live by.
No question.
Or in this case,
I live that every day that way.
Stop thinking.
Yes.
Just throw. 0-2. Up and in.
That's a hitter looking out over the plate, expecting a slider or fastball away. Not giving in on the inner half of the plate. It almost got hit.
Almost looked like he stayed in there anticipating that break.
Exactly. Now, as a pitcher, you can go back in with another fastball, or that outer half should be open also. So you have 2 options on the hill right now.
And Saunders strikes out swinging. The inning comes to an end, but Seattle strikes for a run and a couple of doubles. We'll head to the bottom of the second. M's lead at 1-0. favorite catch this season. Borges climbing the wall. J.B. Shuck over the wall. Calhoun's diver. Andrew Romine's over-the-shoulder catch last week in Houston. Send us a tweet at Fox Sports West. You see the hashtags to the right. We'll give you the updated total, the final total, a little bit later on in the game as Josh Hamilton looks at a strike.
All were amazing, that's for sure. It's all downhill for King Felix after striking out the sides in the first. Where do you go from there? You might as well back up some bases at this point.
Seattle with a 1-0 lead. Hamilton check swing foul. It's a no-ball, 2-strike count.
That's what we used to say in the opposing dugout when some pitcher would have punch out the sides in the first. Where do you go from there? That's it.
Could strike out the side in the second.
We're hoping that's not the case, though.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
0-2 to Josh. Takes a called strike 3. And there's the first out of the second. And in case you don't remember the catches for the AT&T Twitter poll, here they are. Peter Borges in Baltimore.
That was an unbelievable play against J.J. Hardy again. J.B. Shuck over the wall. And out of nowhere, Cole Calhoun diving and over the shoulder like Jim Edmonds and Willie Mays. Andrew Romine playing third base in Houston.
Howie Kendrick looks at a strike. As of last night, J.B. Shuck's catch was leading the way. So be sure to tweet us your vote. Howie hitting .301, 11 home runs and 48 runs batted in. Takes low to even the count up. Kendrick has the DH last night, 0 for 4. 23 pitches thrown by Felix Hernandez, 16 strikes. He's faced 4 batters and he's punched out 4. This is line to the alley in left center field. That's a base hit, if not more. Almonte can't get it. It rolls to the wall. Howie Kendrick at second base, first base runner of the afternoon for the Angels.
Another double, now 19 on the season for Howie. 20th career hit and 66 at bats against King Felix for Howie Kendrick. Breaking ball, pretty good pitch too if you're King Felix, but a better approach from Howie. Stayed with it, hits the alley in left center field, now in scoring position.
Cole Calhoun at the plate. 1 out, Kendrick tying run at second base. Cole last night 0 for 4. Did not look comfortable facing Joe Saunders. Cole 1 for 3 in his, 0 for 3 in his brief career against Felix Hernandez.
Boy, nice changeup too. Most people, when you see an 89-mile-an-hour pitch, you think fastball. That's his changeup. Right? Anywhere between 87 and 90 with his changeup. He backs up with a 2-seam fastball, occasional 4-seam at 93, 94. Like I said, 4+ pitches for Felix Hernandez. There's a reason why he's one of the best in the game.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Boy, solid defensively behind the plate for Zunino also. That's a pretty good breaking ball. That gives you confidence on the mound that you could throw a breaking ball in the dirt when you have a catcher that moves that well laterally to be able to keep that in front of him.
Yeah, very quiet behind the plate. Two one. He'd like to have that pitch back. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's got to try to stay back a little longer. Kept his hands back, but his front hip opened up for Calhoun. Slow breaking ball, the hips open, hands there. And if he gets that pitch again, there's going to be some damage done to it. You can see by the reaction by Felix, he knew he made a mistake also.
2-2 is inside, trying to go with that 2-seam fastball. And a full count with Conger on deck. Seattle with a run in the second. Leadoff double by Kendrys Morales. Came home on the double by Mike Zunino. payoff pitch, and he lays off. They're going to ask for help, and Rob Drake says he did not go, so it is a walk. First issued by Hernandez.
Good at bat by Calhoun. Laid off some tough pitches during the course of the at bat against Felix. See if he was able to hold up, no question. Again, Zunino keeps that ball in front of him very well.
Cole came into the ball game with a .349 on base percentage. So first and second now with one out. Here's Conger. Conger had the night off last night with Chris Iannetta behind the plate. Hank with 7 home runs and 21 runs batted in.
Last 28 games for Hank, hitting .307.
Had to start Friday night, 0 for 2. Was pinch hit for. Kendrick at second, Calhoun at first. That hit him in the back foot. They're loaded out for Efren Navarro.
And you don't have to try to get out of the way, and Hank clearly didn't try to get out of the way of that breaking ball. Takes one on the leg, loading the bases here against Hernandez. Wait on the toe. And the troubles for Felix Hernandez continues here at the Big A. Mentioned 2-5 record. Now loaded the bases up here for Navarro to be an opportunity to be able to, at the very least, tie the game up, if not take the lead.
Not an easy task facing Felix Hernandez from the day game. Efren fouls off the first one. Just one at bat this year, and he struck out the other day as a pinch hitter. Has a couple of hits in the big leagues. 2 for 10. 2 for 11, pardon me. 1 double. Still looking for that first major league RBI. Good opportunity here with Kendrick at third, Calhoun at second, and Conger at first. The Angels down 1-0. Ground ball toward the hole. Franklin has it on the backhand. Throws to second. And a terrific play. An extra Trianful to Franklin. They get the force out, and the Angels tie things up.
Well, outstanding all around by the middle infielders for Seattle to prevent more damage. Trianful not only with the backhand, a strong low throw to Franklin, the second, who scoops and gets the force out. With that ground ball, he does get an RBI for Navarro's first major league RBI. Pretty good pitch from Hernandez, but a great play by Trianful. Good range and a good scoop by Franklin. He knows he's not turning two. He's just going to try to keep his foot on the base and take the force out.
There's Andrew Romine with 2 outs now. Runners to the corners. Lays off. Andrews had himself a nice little series as well. Last night, 1 for 3 with an RBI. 2 nights ago, 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Overall, hitting .274. 3 doubles, 10 runs batted in. He's got Calhoun at third, and Navarro at first. 1-1. Good to see the Angels responding here in the bottom of the inning.
I told you it was all downhill from that point.
Yeah.
Struck out the side. First inning.
It's one thing we've seen from this ball club over the last month is no stress even if you fall behind. It doesn't matter the score. Been able to chip away as Romine fouls it back 1-2.
Really been some really confident approaches at the plate, no matter who's on the mound against them.
One, two, got him looking. And Romine doesn't like the call, but the inning comes to an end. The Halos do tie it up, though. They get a run on the hit, leave 2 on. 2 in the books. 1-1 tie. The 2014 season now being accepted. Place your deposit now and receive priority for next season. For more info and to place that deposit, just call 888-796-HALO or log on at angels.com/season seats. There you go.
Thank you, Angels. For another great season as far as fans showing up here at the Big A.
Carlos Trienfeld leading things off, 9-1-2 for Seattle. Pulls that one foul. Watch out. No balls, 2 strikes. Trienfeld got the start Friday night at third base. Went 0 for 2 before Kyle Seager pinch hit for him in the 7th. Came in batting 122, has a double, and 2 runs batted in.
.30 pitches thrown by CJ, 21 in the strike zone. Good sign for him early on.
Down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. It's up and in. 2-2 now. TJ, 2 strikeouts. Sorry, Gooby. 3 hits allowed so
Twice
far
in this game going up and in to open up the outer part of the plate for CJ. Good job as far as making sure the hitters are aware they will pitch inside.
And Trienfeld lifts one out towards center field. Here comes Mike Trout. He'll dive and make the catch. I think that ball's going to hang up a little bit more for him, but a nice play by Mike Trout for the first out.
Hopefully all K on that dive. Especially anytime you dive head first and then you have your arm extended like that, you worry about rib cage. Good play by Mike Trout once again. Showing that great range, that quick first step, and gets himself in position to make that play. If he doesn't make that play with Trienfeld's speed, that's at least a triple.
Almonte takes low. 2 balls, no strikes. Center fielder had a base hit the right field to lead off the game.
One thing you like to see out of a young player like Almonte is the fact that he's always thinking in terms of maybe drag bunt. He did it a couple times yesterday, tried to from the left side, now here from the right side.
Lifts this one out towards shallow right center field. Kendrick going out, calls off Cole Calhoun and makes the grab, and emphatically making that call. Cole saw it and stopped. 2 down.
Especially how deep that Calhoun plays, so he's always aggressive coming in. How he making sure that Calhoun is aware that he's calling that baseball. Good communication. Howie, before going back on a medium fly ball into right field and at a collision with Cowgill, put him on the disabled list for quite a while.
One 0 count on Franklin Gutierrez, who rolled into a double play in the first inning. 0 for 1. One. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But if they can keep Franklin healthy and in the lineup, that helps this Mariners team offensively.
Yeah, because he's got speed, not only power, but speed. Multi-dimensional type player on the offense. Very good defensively, too, with a strong arm.
Ball hit the dirt. Foul tipped by Gutierrez. Hank tried to sell it.
Yeah, he did. Gutierrez didn't move out of the batter's box. That was a pretty good indication. He knew that ball hit the dirt. Good pitch. And right off the dirt.
That one is just low. Pretty good pitch.
Good miss, though, for CJ. It creates doubt in Gutierrez's mind now what part of the plate he's going to throw to him next.
Just got a piece of it on the breaking ball. So the count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul tip. Hank hangs on to this one. It's a 3rd strikeout of the game for C.J. Wilson. C.J. helped out by a terrific diving catch in center by Mike Trout as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, still tied at 1. For the Angels, Griffin, Straley, and Bartolo Colon on Wednesday afternoon.
Really good pitching matchups. Entire 3-game series, especially on that Wednesday afternoon game. Bartolo Colon going against Jared Weaver.
J.B. Shuck to lead things off here. And a 1-1 tie at third. He takes down low. J.B. struck out swinging in the first inning. 0 for 1. Two-0 pitch. Downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Felix Hernandez with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed. That was a double to Howie Kendrick. And he walked him on 4 pitches. How about that? Second walk of the game. Let's now go to Los Angeles for another Fox Sports 1 game break. Thanks, Will. J.B. Shuck on the leadoff walk to start this bottom of the third. Here's Eric Ibar. Struck out looking in the first. Takes a strike here to start this at bat. Seager playing in on the grass at third base, guarding the line a little bit too. Treadfield cheating in a couple steps at short as Ibar takes outside. That's 1-1. Almost a halfway infield, if you will.
Certainly have an option of a hit and run. Felix has allowed 15 stolen bases in 20 attempts.
Quick throw to first. J.B. back. Teams exchanging a run in the second inning. CJ with a 1-2-3 third. Ibar takes down and in. Gets away from Zunino, but not far enough for J.B. to advance.
Zunino, another nice job of blocking the pitch in the dirt. Very difficult 1-2. A hard breaking ball like that with a left-handed batter at the plate.
Two-one pitch. J.B. takes off. Ibar swing and a miss. Double pump by Zunino. And J.B. has himself a stolen base. Must not have had the handle on the baseball.
Yeah, he had a good opportunity to throw out J.B. on a hit and run because you're waiting to see if there's contact made. Hesitation. Freenfeld, was he there at the base looking back for the hit and run? He's there. The hesitation from Zunino allows Shuck to get into scoring position now. 8 stolen base this season for Shuck, and caught 4 times.
Ibar chasing the breaking ball. Zunino throws to first to complete the strikeout. 1 out.
Boy, 6 punch outs in this game already for Felix Hernandez.
Yeah.
Majority of them breaking pitches or changeups.
He has 4 games in which he has touched double digits in strikeouts. The Angels, of course, one of those, that August 22nd game. His high this year, 12 against the Tigers. That was back in April. Chuck at second, 1 out. Here's Mike Trout.
That's a hanging slider. Got away with that pitch. The look tells it all. When you're on the mound, you throw a backup slider like that, you're just happy that the hitter did not approach that baseball.
One ball, one strike.
And you would assume that Felix Hernandez will pitch Trout carefully here. There's still an open base, although Josh Hamilton, a left-handed batter on deck, has not had a lot of success against Felix. Just 10 for 60.
Good hitters counted, 2 balls and a strike. JB leading off this inning with a walk. Stole second base. 2-1. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike.
And you would think fastball count for Trout. Don't think Felix is going to throw him a fastball, though.
Gutierrez shading Trout really toward the foul line. Trin fell toward the alley in right center field. Pardon me, Almonte toward the alley in right center field. Got a fastball and he misses, and it's a walk. Two on, 1 out. Josh Hamilton coming to the plate.
3-1 count. Went with the fastball. Took a pretty good pitch. Fooled everybody.
Hamilton swinging a miss on the first one. Josh DH today. Went down looking in that second inning at bat. That's just foul. An 0-2 count. Hamilton during day games, 208 average. Take a look at the double plays since 2006.
All 3 of them in this series. Felix, CJ, and Joe Saunders. That's why I thought that Felix wouldn't necessarily challenge Mike Trout with an open base. Still has that ability to get a ground ball double play, plus a lot of success against Josh Hamilton. Mike Trout with a lot of success against King Felix. So he pitched him carefully.
The 1-2 to Hamilton. Lifts this one fouling out of play, third base side. Handles have made him work. 56 pitches out. With 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
That's important, especially with the pitch count working today. First start back since September 2nd. For Felix Hernandez.
Two balls, 2 strikes. I mentioned Josh. Day games a 208 average, night games 259. Still trying to figure it out here at the Big A. Came in with not such a great average. You can attribute that to perhaps facing good Angel pitching. This year hitting 227 here.
In the batter's eyes, very good for hitters here.
2-2, got him looking again. 2 down. Same pitch that got him in the second gets him here in the third. It'll be up to Howie Kendrick to snap this tie.
We ran a two-seam fastball at the hip initially and then catching the inside corner. I think we went around the plate. Not so sure that got that inside corner, but it freezes Hamilton.
Howie 1 for 1 with a double to the alley in left center. Nelson scored. Joe West says he went around. Oh, 1 pitch. Bouncer foul. 0-2.
.60 pitches for Felix Hernandez, 35 strikes, 25 out of the strike zone. Couple of walks this inning.
Yep. Chuck at second, Trout at first. Both feel the walk. Just 1 hit allowed. This one's down the line foul.
Well, there was a time when you could pitch Howie Kendrick inside, but he's very good as far as getting his hands inside the baseball. You're better suited throwing something slow down and away against Howie. Hits the ball very well to right center field on a fastball inside, especially around belt high.
Another 0-2. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time is called. Apparently they're having some bees on the field. So smoke backing out. So is Nick Franklin. The umpire, second base umpire Andy Fletcher's cleared the way.
King Felix doing the smart thing. He's getting away from that mound area.
Wow.
Not a fan of bees myself. Nor is many people.
All right, who's got the open Snickers bar? As long as they stay out there.
Yeah, we hate to be that way, but I agree. There's a big thing of cotton candy walking by the foul line. I'm not so sure I'm walking around with cotton candy right now.
Yeah. Well, the delay here being that there's a swarm of bees on the field, around the field, kind of flying around the right field wall. C.J. Wilson looking on, and Felix Hernandez about to throw his 25th pitch once we get going once again. Hey, folks, from the crew that brings you America's #1 pregame show comes Fox Football Daily with all the news, opinions, and insight you need on the NFL and college football. It's Fox Football Daily, weeknights at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox Sports 1.
Pretty good delay here working out. If you're Felix Hernandez, you're going to have to take some warm-up pitches. Maybe an advantage for Howie Kendrick. You know, he's behind in the count 1-2.
And what do you do on a delay like this? I guess if you're in Cleveland, they'd probably just call the game.
You haven't let go of that one yet, have you? I'll tell you, I'm getting rid of that cotton candy as quick as possible. Take it upstairs just for the time being.
Be cool to see a couple of beekeepers come in here and start chasing these things down out in the outfield. Let's go back this. Take a look at how we all kind of found things out. See smoke kind of moving around. Nick Franklin, the second baseman, peeled out of there very quickly. And Joe West he is a cowboy after all. He's going to walk out there.
Yeah, he's going to make sure there's no more bees.
He's going to manhandle the bees himself.
Yes.
He's going to wrangle them.
If anybody can do it, Joe West can do it.
Joe's also one of those guys that, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
They're just bees. We're outside.
I have a flight to catch later on today.
Let's go.
It's just bees. It's nature.
Joe heading over to talk things over with Mike Scioscia. I don't know what you could do unless they're all gathered in one spot. Remember down in San Diego a couple of years ago, there was a ball girl that apparently had a candy bar in the jacket. Remember that all those bees swarmed the jacket. Then at least they're in one spot. You can kind of take care of it.
I'll tell you what, it's no fun. One time a friend of mine stepped on a queen bee and then all the yellow jackets attacked. That was no fun. It stung quite a few times. You want to make sure everybody's safe in the stands and on the field here.
Barney Lopez, our groundskeeper in the white shirt. He's on the phone, as is Joe West. Joe might just be calling Barney.
Yeah.
And Barney's calling Joe.
Phones are beautiful.
We are in a little bit of a delay here due to some bees. Tied at 1 here in the third. You see them there out by the right center field wall. Joe West, the crew chief, on the horn. Barney Lopez, our groundskeeper, as well. And Seattle is now all in the dugout hanging out. We will wait the arrival of perhaps
oddities in baseball.
Yeah.
Yesterday, what, they have a 2-hour rain delay up in Oakland
Yeah.
this time of the year?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
I have no idea. Didn't see that coming in the Farmer's Almanac.
Oh, you did.
Hey, folks, join the Angels in Tempe, Arizona, where we have no bees. Next spring with the 2014 Angels official spring training package. Package includes game tickets, hotel accommodations, merchandise, and an exclusive barbecue with Angels players and coaches. Call 1-800-8-WARM-UP to reserve your package today. We are still in the bee delay.
Feels like it's a Three Stooges moment here with the bees.
Yeah. It's not bothering the girls, though. We're tied at 1 here in the third inning. Right field, and we're trying to figure out what they're going to do, but apparently there's a YouTube video that says you can catch the bees with a Gatorade bucket and a broom.
And with no lid on it, too.
No
it's
lid,
perfect.
yeah. The hope is that we can contain them.
That's all you can hope to do.
Yeah. That can't be fun.
No.
No.
Did I tell you yet I really like bees a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure I let you know that.
Now, I guess technically you could open up a Snickers bar and throw it in that thing, but you need the lid to keep them all in there, right? Looks like he's got a 2-iron.
Yeah.
Everyone watching the guy in shorts with the broom. What's he going to do?
Maybe he's going to start singing.
Yeah. Unless he's trying to attract him right to the broom. Has he got the broom dipped in honey?
I don't know, but I'm sure that can't be comfortable for him. Yeah, they're going towards the broom, and a lot of them.
Well, we're going to step away once again as what we believe to be Dale Scott trying to bring all the bees together in this bee delay here in the third inning. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-AT&T. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Toyota's nationwide clearance event. Now you can save big on every Toyota car, truck, and SUV. Back out here at the Big A, tied at 1 in the third inning. The bee delay continues here at Angel Stadium and trying to figure out some sort of remedy. And whatever they've tried so far has not quite worked. So we will get you caught up as to what has gone on in the game with our game summary.
And so far in this game, has advertised some quality pitching. That's good pitches, Zunino, but inside out approach down the right field line for a double scoring Candice Morales, who doubled himself. Base ground ball in the hole. Triefo made a nice play against Navarro, but the run scored with the bases loaded, tied at 1 at this point. And then the Bees came, lots of them, and they continue to swarm around the Big A.
Well, the Bees continue to be pesky here at the Big A, and once we get things figured out and get going, we'll see how this affects Felix Hernandez as well as C.J. Wilson, the starters today. But there's a live shot of the Bees that are swarming all over this ballpark right now, especially out at right field. Going to step away once again. They got a couple of them trying to get the honey in the box. Because we are resuming play. Howie Kendrick at the plate. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. The count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 1-1 tie here in the 3rd inning. J.B. Shuck standing at second. Mike Trout at first, both reaching via the walk.
Certainly advantage here to Howie Kendrick against King Felix. The delay hurts the pitcher more than the hitter.
Down in the dirt, a full count. And nothing you can do about it, too. It's just one of those freak things. And, fortunately, it's been contained, or so we believe. Cole Calhoun on deck. Runners are going to take off with a pitch. They do. 3-2, bounce it toward the middle. Tree and full, bobbles the baseball. It trickles out into the outfield, but J.B. Shuck stopped running at third base. So they're loaded up for Cole Calhoun.
Boy, Mike Trout was well around second base. Fortunately enough, Trienfeld didn't retrieve the baseball quick enough. Not only did not field it, but also didn't get to that baseball quick enough because Trout rounded second base. They might have had a play there with Shuck staying in third. And affecting the fielder also to delay. It's a routine play for Trienfeld. He's made a nice play earlier in the game. He's going to get some help here.
Cole swings through the first one. 0-1 count. He drew a walk himself in the second. 3 walks issued by Felix Hernandez. He has 7 strikeouts. Still trying to get those bees out of the hedges, out in the batter's eye area.
Boy, with no gloves or anything on. Wow. That's amazing.
Old school.
Yeah.
Time is called. .29 pitches thrown by Felix Hernandez this inning. 1-1. This one's pulled down the line. That is just foul. Jim Joyce with the call.
He was right on it. Tracked that baseball all the way down the line. Saw it foul. Jim Joyce right in position. He's standing right on the line. He has a perfect view of that baseball. Called it foul.
One ball, 2 strikes, and the base is loaded at 2 outs. And Cole rips one to right field. Gutierrez is there. The inning finally comes to an end. A long B delay. The Angels leave them loaded. 3 in the books. Tied at 1.
whip. C.J. Wilson having the breaking ball work against Kyle Seager to swing and miss that hard slider. Saunders unable to make contact with that hard slider himself. And the third strikeout fastball for C.J. Swing and miss against Gutierrez. 3 punch outs through 3 innings for C.J. Wilson.
CJ here in the 4th inning will face Seager Morales, and Smoking a 1-1 time. More than likely we'll get a couple extra pitches here. Granted by Joe West with the it was about a 23-24 minute delay dealing with the Bees in the bottom of the 3rd. The Angels loading the bases up and leaving them loaded. CJ with 3 strikeouts. No walks, 3 hits allowed. Kyle Seager was a strikeout victim in the 1st. He's 0 for 1. CJ finally gets a shine, delivers the first one. It's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, they called it a strike. The outside corner. Cole Calhoun now walking in a little bit, dealing with the Bees and right. They are right there, he says.
Not right here, but right there.
Yeah, don't play there. Move over a little bit. So Mike Trout's having to deal with it as well in center field.
Yeah, I think Mike Trout says, you know what? I'm not going to deal with him.
Jim Joyce is walking out as well to take a look. And Trout now basically just behind second base now as well.
Away from the batter's eye and back out to the outfield, looks like. Howie walking all the way out from second base position to check out the Bees.
Yeah. Howie probably wishing he had his camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Take some nice black and white pictures of him. Big time photographer on the road. He's everywhere with that camera. Looks like they brought out the Series firepower now. Hey, nightly on Fox Sports Live, join Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole along with Donovan McNabb, Andy Roddick, Chris Thompson as they bring you all the scores, news, highlights you need. Catch Fox Sports Live nightly on Fox Sports 1. This will more than likely be on.
Yeah, this got a good chance.
Yeah, Fox Sports Live. So I guess we are getting ready to resume. CJ getting his warm-up pitches in. Apparently we're being told that these don't like fire extinguishers.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Preseason hockey, though. Prime ticket coming up. Ducks and Kings.
Got that going.
Yes, you do.
No bees in there.
No.
Kyle Seager with an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Seager. There is out number 1 to start this 4th inning. 4th strikeout for CJ.
Second time he struck out Seager with a breaking pitch. Good job as far as keeping that front shoulder in and snapping off a good breaking ball to get Seager to swing and miss.
One out, nobody on, and here's Kendrys Morales, who doubled off the wall in right center field in the second inning to lead off that inning, and then scored on the Zunino double. Just got my tongue back from a tune-up. Sorry. This one bounced up the third base line. Romine off balance throw, 2 outs. Zunino had the RBI double that made it 1-0 Seattle, but the Halos answered with a run of their own in the bottom of the second.
Slow ground ball to Romine. Second out, CJ seems to be in pretty good rhythm, even though he's had a long delay between his last inning and this one.
That kind of stuff ever bother you? Delays, rain delays?
I didn't mind a delay before the game started. Wasn't a huge fan of a delay during the course of the game, though, because you have your edge working as far as a pitcher, because you get to go out once every 5 days, so you're ready to go. When you have a delay like that, you really have to try to keep yourself focused. That's the most important thing. You're going to be able to change your shirt, be able to stay loose, but the focus is the big thing.
Two count on Justin Smoke. Swung at the first pitch he saw in the second inning and skied one out to J.B. Shuck. Two one. Oh, he got it on hands. Ibar drifting out. And Wilson with a 1-2-3, 4th and 8 in a row since giving up the double to Zunino. Right at the bottom of the 4th, still tied at 1. Telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Bottom third of the order, Conger, Navarro, and Romine face Felix Hernandez. 7 strikeouts, 3 walks for Felix. 1 hit allowed. That was a double to Howie Kendrick into second.
That's the 70th pitch thrown by Felix Hernandez. Try to settle in around that 100 pitch mark.
Conger pulls one foul.
Work some counts against him here. Get him out of here by the later in the 5th inning. Get to that Seattle bullpen, which has certainly been an issue for him.
Hank was hit by a pitch in the second inning, so no official at bat for him today. Goes down swinging for the first out here in the 4th.
Going to continue to throw that good slow curveball and a slider and his changeup. A lot of ball speed from Felix Hernandez in this game. It's been effective for him. 8 strikeouts already in the game. We're with 1 out in the 4th.
After Navarro bounced down into a fielder's choice, picked up an RBI. First major league run batted in, tied this game up. Mark Trumbo not playing today. After getting to start over at first. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mark Trumbo 3 career home runs against King Felix.
Effort this year at AAA Salt Lake at 326. Led the league with 39 doubles. 81 runs batted in. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Going back-to-back curveballs. Mentioned it a number of times already in this game for Hernandez. Very good curveball, slider, changeup combination, but throwing a lot more than normal against the Angels here.
Fastball fouled back.
Makes that 93-mile-an-hour fastball seem that much faster because he's been able to throw his curveball at 80 miles an hour. Late swing from Navarro on that one.
Felix thought he had it. Full count. Andrew Romine on deck, 9th place hitter. And then back to the top of the order if we get to that point. Payoff pitch. Navarro just got a piece of it. Three-two again, and he lost him. Walked him on a fastball away. 4th walk issued now by Felix.
Boy, I see the pitch count so high for him. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts.
Andrew 0 for 1. Struck out looking into second. Felix misses high. We've seen this kind of go away from him too, as locked in as he has been for a good portion of this 3 innings, plus a couple of batters that he's faced so far. He's gotten away at times and just become erratic, but once he gets locked back in, he's nasty.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it when he makes mistakes.
And Andrew may have helped him out there. That was one ball and strike. Yeah.
82 pitches thrown here, and we're only with 1 out in the 4th. 2 wins in his previous 16 starts here at the Big A. Hasn't been easy for him here. The ERA not too bad at 3.54.
Navarro taking off. The throw from Zunino is not in time. Sailed to the second base side of the bag, and Efrain Navarro picks up a stolen base.
The 24 stolen base that Zunino has allowed. He's only thrown out 6 would-be base stealers. Try to quickly tag Navarro as he slid in. Now in scoring position. Andrew Romine has been very productive in these spots.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it. Still at a ball and 2 strikes with J.B. Shuck on deck. In the dirt, and that will advance Navarro to third.
This is 13th wild pitch of the season. Trying to get a gift run here now. Overthrown like a slider in the dirt. By Zunino, not an easy thing to do.
Not much you could do either, too, as a catcher. You're just hoping that ball hits you.
Especially when that spin on a breaking ball hits the dirt, never goes the exact way you want it to go as a catcher.
Takes inside. Full count.
With some good patience. You see that bullpen moving around. You assume soon for Seattle. Tough time even getting through 5 innings.
First start for Felix Hernandez since September the 2nd, dealing with an oblique strain.
5 full counts in this game for Felix Hernandez.
Romine strikes out. 2 down. Nine punch outs now through 3 2/3 for Felix Hernandez.
2-seam action. Swing and miss. Romine pulls off that.
That may have been a product of that 2-seam fastball he went down looking on in the second, anticipating perhaps another one.
Especially with the rotation of the seams, reading 2-seam fastball, but this time going away. 31 pitches he threw in the 3rd inning. Every inning's been a battle here for Felix.
JB takes inside. He's 0 for 1. A strikeout in the 1st inning, walked, and stole a base in the 3rd. Angels left him loaded in the 3rd inning when Cole Calhoun lined out to Franklin Gutierrez in right field. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left on for Seattle. 1 run, 1 hit, 5 left on for the Angels. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball did not go.
And a lot of check swings against Felix Hernandez today. That slow breaking ball, able to track it long enough to be able to not fully commit to a swing.
Slow breaking ball. Evens up the count at 2-2. Oliver Perez, veteran lefty, getting ready for Seattle now. Two pitch. JB takes a called strike 3, and the inning comes to an end. We've played 4 here at the Big A. Felix Hernandez struck out 10. We're tied at 1. Lay in the 3rd inning, and a lot of bees.
Here's our Coors Light freeze cam. Look at all the bees around the Big A. No fun for Seattle out in the field, walk off the field. Fans looking around, not enjoying themselves either. And they finally figured out a way to get the bees together and off the field and the playing surface. Cole Calhoun said, okay, let's try something new. Mike Trout. Basically, it comes down, there's a lot of bees on the field. That's our freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Mike Zunino skying one out to left center field. Mike Trout is there, puts it away for the first down. There's a lot of bees, that's for sure. And that guy that we saw in the outfield trying to corral the bees, if you will, just a fan that was in a suite that deals with bees, and he volunteered his time to try to
That's
clear
pretty good. It's almost like the airplane movies, or a doctor in the plane here. I'm a doctor. So we just happen to have a person who knows bees.
Something like
Yes.
that. Nick Franklin takes outside. Second baseman today is 0 for 1 and grounded to short. Yep, that's what I was thinking, airplane.
Is there a doctor in the plane here? I'm a doctor.
C.J. Wilson with 4 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits allowed. Oh, man. A good off-speed pitch. Evens up the count at 2-2. Two on the way. Boy, Franklin late on that one. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
After a good slow breaking ball, fastball in.
Michael Saunders on deck. 58 pitches thrown by CJ. Looks like Oliver Perez more than likely going to come in at the bottom of the inning as Franklin just got a piece. Keeps his at-bat alive, still at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 innings for Felix Hernandez. A lot of pitches. 10 strikeouts, though. That will rack up some pitches for you.
Mix in 4 walks also. Just 1 hit allowed. Trying to get to that 200 inning plateau again for Felix Hernandez. Looks like he'll come up a little bit short.
A nice play by a fan there.
On Fan Appreciation Day.
Yeah, brought the glove. Bet sitting there, he didn't think he was going to get one from a right-handed batter.
Pretty hard to get a ground ball from a right-handed batter there in that seat.
Time is called. Run through the signs again. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Franklin. 2 down.
Well, CJ is locked in today. Has been for quite some time as far as his ability to throw strikes. Nasty breaking ball. Get a swing and miss. 5 strikeouts himself today.
Saunders takes outside. Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saunders struck out of the second. 0 for 1. CJ's retired 10 in a row since a double by Zunino back in the 2nd inning.
Now there's an opportunity to get a swing and miss here with a slider after evening up the count at 2.
Three hits allowed by Wilson. Single to Almonte in the 1st inning, then the 2 doubles in the 2nd. Two. Outside. Full count now. Payoff pitch. Saunders takes inside, so a 2-out walk. First one issued by Wilson today. Puts a man on for Carlos Trienfeld. 68 pitches thrown by CJ. Halos in the 5th inning against Oliver Perez, we presume. Will be Ibar, Trout, and Hamilton due up 2, 3, and 4 for the Halos. Trienfeld hit a fly ball to center field leading off the 3rd, so he's 0 for 1. Saunders will run. 13 stolen bases for him. Been caught 5 times.
CJ has 1 pickoff this year. Has allowed 13 stolen bases in 14 attempts.
Trienfeld pulls this one down the line, foul. Just out in front of it.
Another off-speed pitch. That's been a good pitch for CJ to get ahead of the count with early.
Now with Trienfeld at the plate, it's not like you need to throw him to strike. He's looking to hack.
Yeah, definitely expand the strike zone. Now focus strictly on Trienfeld if you're CJ. Don't want to be preoccupied with Saunders necessarily over at first base and make a mistake here.
This one popped up. Out into shallow right. Cole Calhoun, Howie Kendrick. Nobody can get it. It falls in for a flare single. Saunders ends up over at third base, and Seattle with runners at the corners now for Abraham Almonte.
Well, Calhoun playing in deep right field. We've mentioned that before. Had to go a long way, and Howie playing up the middle. Very difficult for Howie to even get close to this baseball. So it comes down to a well-placed little flare by Trienfeld. Falls in for a base hit. Now some stress here for CJ, first and third with 2 outs. Set up by that 2-out walk.
Almonte's 1 for 2. He singled to right field in the first inning, popped out to Kendrick in the third. Oh, and 1. Base hit by Trienfeld, the 4th hit now for Seattle. Seattle actually out-hit the Angels last night 9-6, but they left 11 men on base. TJ got the first 2 outs rather easily. Zunino on the fly ball to center. Franklin on a strikeout. Got Saunders on a 3-2 count before walking him, and now the single by Trienfeld.
Well, CJ's got to get refocused once again. 2 quick outs. You mentioned that, Victor. Then the walk and the little flare hit. Now behind the count here. Almonte. He's got a base hit in the game.
Two 2-1. Breaking ball paints the outside corner. 2-2.
CJ looking for that 6th punch out of the game here to finish off the 5th.
Again, a throw over to first. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Least of your worries. Did he go around with the breaking ball? No, says Jim Joyce. So another full count, and that means Trienfeld will be on for the pitch now.
Navarro going to communicate with CJ Wilson to tell him he's going to play behind Trienfeld. This is the guy, if you're CJ, you want to get right here with Gutierrez on deck, who's had some pretty good at-bats in his career against CJ.
Payoff pitch, and Almonte strikes out swinging. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still tied at 1. Silverado that comes with an available 5.3-liter engine and offers the best V8 fuel economy of any two-wheel drive pickup. Visit your local Chevy Silverado dealer today for all the latest offers and details. New pitcher on in relief for the Seattle Mariners. Felix Hernandez is done, and it's the left-hander Oliver Perez taking over. And in and out, who's in, who's out.
Perez fastball 90 to 95, slider curveball. Very deceiving delivery. Different arm angles, different times that it played also to throw off the timing of a hitter.
Felix Hernandez today, first start since September the 2nd, 4 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, 1 run.
Some deep counts to go along with the 10 strikeouts.
Started off the Angels striking out the first 4 before giving up the one and only hit, the double to Howie Kendrick, and Howie eventually scored. The fielder's choice by Navarro. Eric Aybar 0 for 2 at 2 punch-outs. Swings the first one, pulls one down the left field line, but it hooks foul.
They're ready to jump on that first pitch fastball from Perez.
Herrick hitting 283 from this side of the plate compared to the 262 from the left. Something that he's turned around a little bit. One ball, one strike. Flare into the seats on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perez pitched in Friday night's game, just 1/3 of an inning. Situational outing. Hooks this one foul. Perez trying to come inside.
Yeah, with all that movement Perez has before he delivers the baseball, you just have to try to pick up the baseball out of his hand with the batter's eye in the back around, because you get caught up in looking at the arms, legs, glove moving. Very difficult to track the baseball.
Aybar lifts this one down the left field line. Moving over is Saunders, and that is foul again.
Again, as a hitter, just don't be distracted by all this movement. And try to do a quick slide step to throw off timing. Aybar, that's what he does so well. Besides the fact he has good stuff to go along with it. Rode at mid-90s on his fastball. But he'll slide step, quick pitch you. Will turn his back to you, similar to Felix Hernandez. All kinds of way to try to deceive you as a hitter.
Fouled it back. Biggest issue for Perez as a starter, command.
Yeah, he throws a lot of pitches, will walk batters. And this was more conventional here. He'll leg up and then throw through, be more consistent with the strike zone that way.
Off speed, called strike 3.
That was a pretty nasty pitch. Especially turned back to Eric Aybar, hit the ball well. It was a curveball. All you see is the letters and a breaking ball. $11 strikeouts for Seattle in this game against the Angels.
Yeah. One out here, the 5th, and here's Mike Trout. Trout's 0 for 1 with a punch out and a walk. One and 0. mentioned Felix Hernandez with 10 strikeouts and 4 innings of work. First pitcher in Major League history with 10 strikeouts in a 4-inning start.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Three balls and a strike. Perez trying to stay away from him. Got the left-hand hitting Josh Hamilton on deck.
We'll see if he can get a fastball here to drive.
Fouls it back.
I like you'll see now after that fastball down, a curveball from him.
Three-two on the way. And Trout strikes out swinging. 2 outs.
Trout looking back at Joe West, wondering if that was indeed a strike. Looked like it was off the plate at 92. A pretty tough pitch. It's very difficult to track the baseball out of the hand of Perez with all that movement. So far, it's been very effective for him. 2 punch outs and 2 batters faced.
One ball, no strikes on Josh Hamilton, who's 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts, both looking. One ball, one strike. Had about a 24-minute delay in the 3rd inning due to a swarm of bees. Took over the right center field area. 1-2 now.
I think we've seen from Joe West today, calling a lot of strikes.
No complaints either from too many guys.
Total of 18 strikeouts so far in this game. We're only here in the 5th.
One-two pitch. Breaking ball. Went around, and Oliver Perez has just struck out the side. It's the second time today the Angels have gone down via the strikeout. 5 complete, still tied at 1.
majors. A big day in the Bronx. Andy Pettitte making his last regular season start at home. And Mo Rivera on Mo Rivera Day in Yankee Stadium. A special day for him. Getting honored in the Bronx with his family. Boy, a special day. The Yankees did a nice thing for Mo Rivera. No question last time that'll ever be worn now that Mo Rivera, the last player using and wearing number 42. Robinson there also on hand for that. And a wild card, still wild day in baseball. Kansas City Royals walk-off grand slam against Texas. Both Cleveland and Tampa win, so they stay in top of the wild card in the American League. Pittsburgh, a loser today to Cincinnati, so that's still wide open. But Washington, big loss for them. They have a doubleheader, day-night doubleheader against Miami. Lost the first game, so the wild card race getting a little bit clearer in the National League than certainly in the American League.
Franklin Gutierrez leads off the 6th inning with a base hit to left.
Metallica played Enter Sandman on the warning track today in Yankee Stadium.
That's what they should have done at Citi Field for the All-Star break.
That's pretty cool.
Kyle Seager's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
CJ's been real good at getting double plays. Use one here.
This one pulled an effort. Navarro picks it, fires to short. Ibarra turn throw to first, out of time. Nice job by Effort to get the lead runner. Nice job by Wilson to be there to almost turn a double play.
That's why you always go to that side of the field anytime the ball's hit to the right side if you're a pitcher. There's a reason why each year Navarro's been named the best defensive first baseman in the organization for the Angels. Good feed, good throw, and almost a 3-6-1 double play. Good range. Here stops. And Seager, who runs well, just barely beats it out.
You know, it looked like it's like Efren, that little hesitation. He wasn't sure if he was going to tag.
He thought about it.
Yeah, that little hesitation may have cost the double play, but still get the lead runner.
You still have the double play still set up in order with Kendrys Morales. If he hits a ground ball in an infielder, a real good chance of turning 2.
Ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrys 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. He's also grounded out.
Seattle being extremely aggressive early in counts here. CJ do just with 80 pitches thrown here into the 6th inning.
And that's with a somewhat prolonged 5th inning. 2-out walk and a Ned Flair single before getting Almonte to strike out. Outs are foul. Evens up the count at 1-1. 5 hits for Seattle, 1 for the Angels. Way outside.
Overthrown fastball there from CJ. Fortunate enough, Conger was able to catch that. Otherwise, Seager's able to go into second base on the wild pitch.
Well, that was a pretty good pitch. 3-1.
Anytime CJ feels he makes a pitch and doesn't get the call, you'll see him walk around the mound to gather himself to make sure he stays under control.
Full count. You almost got to throw the exact same pitch, just don't overthrow it.
Exactly. 3-1 slider. Only if you're going to go with 3-1 slider, you come right back with the exact same pitch.
Seager takes off. Morales shoots one out to right and hit well. Cole Calhoun is back on the warning track, and he'll make the catch. Seager races back to first. 2 outs.
Went with a fastball, high fastball. Kendricks doesn't miss a fastball too often. Just missed that one.
So Seager at first, 2 outs now. Justin Smoak at the plate. Smoak is 0 for 2. A fly ball to left field and a pop up to Eric Ibar. Seager takes off, pitches a strike, throw from Congers on the shortstop side, so it's a stolen base.
His 9th stolen base of the season, the 14th stolen base in 15 attempts that C.J. Wilson has allowed, which is a high total for a left-handed pitcher. C.J. utilizes his slide step well. Does have 1 pickoff this year, but make sure for C.J., vary your look back to second to make sure you keep Seager close enough to the base where you have a play at the plate if Smoak can get a base hit in the outfield.
That's a balk. So Seager will take third. How about that? Back-to-back nights with a balk. Rasmus had one last night.
Second balk of the season for C.J. Wilson. We tried to follow through on the throw, and then it took a while for them to call it. I was surprised, as if it was almost a timeout had been called.
Why stop? Not as if he stumbled. And if your catcher is not in the position that you think he was supposed to be in, just fire it in there. The man at third, 0-1 count. Smoak grounds this one down the line. That is a foul ball. So Seager will head back to third base. 0-2 count now on Smoak. '87 pitches thrown by CJ. 57 have been strikes. 6 punch outs, 1 walk. One and two.
Had to get Smoak to swing at a high fastball. Now you wonder if after that one he doesn't throw the hard slider down and in. Get a swing and miss and finish off the inning.
Now the 1-2. Smoak hits one out toward left field. Hit well. J.B. Shock is at the wall, and Seattle takes the lead 3-1 on Justin Smoak's first home run of the year from the right side of the plate.
Well, the 3rd home run he's hit against C.J. Wilson in his career. He's a 200 hitter. Was 0 for 2 before that slider that stayed out over the plate. He bounced. You're going to get a swing and miss. He's got too much of the plate. And Smoak, with a lot of power, drives it out to left field. Home run number 18, now 45 RBI.
0-1 count here on Mike Zunino, who doubled home run in the second, hit a fly ball to center in the 5th. A 3-1 Seattle lead here in the 6th inning. Carter Capps getting ready for Seattle. As Oliver Perez struck out the side of the 5th.
The Angels have been, during this stretch, been very good as far as coming back in games.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This is the 15th home run that CJ has allowed in over 200 innings pitched this season.
Zunino pulls one to third. The inning is over, but 2 out, 2 strike, 2-run home run puts the Mariners on top 3-1. Winning it rather easily, 48% of the vote. Let's go back and take a look at that hit made off the bat of Jose Bautista against the Blue Jays.
Boy, he had to go a long way, the boot, to go up and jump and then fall into the stands. What a play by J.B. Shock. He's done everything this season for the Halos, his rookie season.
Halos will play from behind here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1 Seattle. Carter Capps, the right-hander, takes over on the mound for Oliver Perez, who, as we mentioned, going to break, and struck out the side in the 5th inning.
Another power arm out of the bullpen for Seattle. We've seen Capps already in the series. 93 to 97 with his fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. A little high ERA. Has a tendency to hang that slider out over the plate.
Kendrick, Calhoun, and Conger to face Carter Capps. Howie looks at a strike. Howie, the proud owner of the only hit the Angels have picked up this afternoon, a double with 1 out in the 2nd. That was against Felix Hernandez. Capps pitched 2 innings. Friday's loss for Seattle. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Capps has allowed 12 home runs and 56 in the 3rd innings pitch. A high total for a reliever.
One ball, 2 strikes now. Cole Calhoun on deck. And a swing and a miss. That is 6 consecutive strikeouts for Seattle pitching. Romine, Shuck, Ibar, Trout, Hamilton, and now Kendrick.
$14 strikeouts on the day for the Angels.
Cole Calhoun has drawn a walk and hit a fly ball to right. So he's 0 for 1. Caps rushing it up there once again.
Well, it's hard to believe how he can give 12 home runs up in less than 57 innings pitched with that type of fastball.
Count evened up at 1-1 after Rob Drake says Calhoun did not go round. Outside. Caps doesn't waste a whole lot of time. Cole swings through that one, 2-2. Conger on deck. Two now. And Calhoun foul tips that one. Hung on to by Zunino. 2 down.
Hard slider from Caps. Going straight down. Sharp break.
7 consecutive strikeouts now for Seattle pitching. 15 of the 17 via the punch out. We haven't seen one of these types of games for the Angels in a long time.
No, it's as if they're having a difficult time tracking the baseball.
1-0. Seattle with 6 hits, the Angels with 1.
Felix Hernandez had a lot of good curveballs and changeups during his 4 innings. And Perez, very difficult to track the baseball out of his hand. And then Caps coming in and rushing in their 97, 98.
Two balls, no strikes.
This is the time now as a hitter. 2-0 count. Caps losing focus after 2 quick strikeouts. Now Conger can center in on the fastball, see if he can do some damage.
2-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Efren Navarro is on deck. That's a 4-pitch walk. So that string at least is snapped. Put a man on for Navarro. Reached out a fielder's choice, walked himself. 0 for 1. Short lead for Conger at first. Navarro looks at a strike. RBI that Efren picked up in the 2nd inning, his first big league RBI. At that point, it tied the score at 1 apiece. Justin Smoak, 2-out, 2-run home run in the top of the 6th inning. With Seattle back on top, 3-1. 0-1 pitch. Foul back, 0-2. Bouncer to second. Franklin comes in. And we will head to the 7th with the Angels trailing at 3-1.
$9.99 plus tax. Go big at a participating Jack in the Box today. And by Chase. Send money to almost anyone, anywhere with your smartphone. Chase, quick pay, so you can.
Top of the seventh here at the Big A, 3-1 as Seattle leads it. Mariners setting up the bottom third of their order here against C.J. Wilson, Franklin, Saunders, and Trienfeld. C.J. has 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 6 hits allowed, one of which was the home run to Smoke. Franklin takes outside. Franklin 0 for 2 today. A ground ball out and a strikeout. And evens up the count at 1-1.
Almost like 2 back-to-back BP fastballs from C.J. Wilson.
Pulled toward third, and Romine can't come up with it, and a leadoff single for Nick Franklin.
CJ has to be aware now of a potential bunt. Franklin gets this by Romine at third. It hasn't been easy to do to get anything by Andrew Romine playing that third base position.
There's Michael Saunders, left fielder. Struck out and walked. Franklin has 6 stolen bases, has been caught once this year. Saunders shows bunt. CJ delivers down and in. '97th pitch of the afternoon for Wilson. This is bunted toward third. Romine picks it up, fires to Ibar for 1, reeling to first, not a dive. A really nice play by Andrew.
You can tell by the hands of Andrew Romine, a middle infielder by trade. As soon as he feels that ball in position to get his body turned and throw right away to second base. Rick Ibar saying, hey, good play. Fields in position right there, good throw. And almost able to turn a double play, although Saunders gets down there too quick.
Yeah, traditional 5-6 put out at second.
Well, you got to believe right now that Saunders will probably try to steal a base. Try to get in a scoring position himself. He's had 13 stolen bases this season. Has been caught 5 times, though. See if CJ will try to pick him off at first before he delivers a pitch to the plate.
It's like left-hander Charlie Furbush beginning to warm up for Seattle. Carlos Trienfeld 1 for 2. Flared a single out into shallow right field last time up. Bouncer towards short. Ibar should take care of this one. That's a 6-3 double play. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. The Angels trailing the Seattle Mariners 3-1. MLB.com at bat is celebrating its 5 years.
5 years?
5 years. #1 mobile app for live baseball. It's available across all platforms. All you need to do is text at bat at 31826 or log on at angels.com for more details. Nine, 1-2. Carter Capps still in the ball game. Romine swings through that one. Andrews 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. A 1. Fouled back. 0-2. Andrews 0 for 2 with those 2 strikeouts, and you can say that pretty much about everybody except Efrain Navarro, the only Angel starter without a strikeout.
A lot of times Capps will throw a hard slider now. Hopefully he'll make a mistake here and Romine can get a base hit with it.
One, 2 from Capps. That's a breaking ball outside.
See if that missed call, at least in Carter Capps' mind, on that 0-2 pitch. See if it comes back and haunts him. That next one out of the zone. Romine trying to find a way to get on base here now.
Two. Romine bounces one back up the middle. Leadoff single for the Angels. Just a second hit this afternoon for the Halos.
Good approach for Romine once again. We've seen that in this entire series. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Eric Wedge going to go to the bullpen now.
That's going to be it for Carter Capps, and with J.B. Shuck coming up to the plate, the lefty is now in play. His name, Charlie Furbush. We've got ourselves a pitching change here. The 7th, the Angels down 3-1. Off single for Andrew Romine chases Carter Capps, the right-hander, with J.B. Shuck coming up. Left-hander Charlie Furbush comes into the ball game, and he has done a nice job once again for Eric Wedge. This will be his 68th game, a 2-6 record, 3.48 earned run average.
Impressive, 79 strikeouts, 62 innings pitched. Furbush, fastball 90 to 94, and quite a few sliders. Over 40% of his pitches are sliders, occasional curveball, changeup.
JB today 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 stolen base. Seager playing in over at third base. Good lead for Romine at first. First one is in for a strike.
Shuck hitting .316 versus left-handed pitching. Does a good job of staying inside the baseball, hitting the ball to left field to left center.
This one's looped out towards shallow left. Trienfeld is shortstop moving over into foul territory, makes the grab for the first out.
Pretty good play by Trienfeld. That was not an easy play. The track over there. High sky. Be able to track the baseball using the glove, give him some shade, and then tracks it down and gets the first out. Did a good job of not losing sight of that baseball.
There's Eric Aybar, 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs. Shoots this one out toward left field. Saunders is there. He'll track it down for out number 2. Romine heads back to first.
Yeah, Saunders, a center fielder by trade. There's a lot of coverage in the outfield, able to track that well-hit baseball by Eric Aybar down.
Two outs for Mike Trout now. Oh for 2. 2 punch outs and a walk. 15 strikeouts for Mariners pitchers this afternoon. First one in for a strike.
Lefty's just hit 154 against Furbush, but right-handed batters 220, including 4 home runs.
Down in the dirt. Romine thought about it. Zunino get a handle of the baseball by then. Romine was already flat-footed.
And you got to stay there unless you know you're going to advance. You want Mike Trout to have an opportunity to swing the bat. You have to make sure that ball is away from Zunino.
One pitch. Down low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Trout looks like he's tracking either a fastball or slider inside. If he gets an opportunity to drive a ball, he's going to be able to hook it down the left field line.
Two one. Off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike, and you can afford to be careful with Trout. With Josh Hamilton on deck, he has struggled against left-handed pitching. And he walked him.
And he wasn't fully committed to going after Mike Trout. Trying to make Mike swing at something out of the strike zone, and he didn't go for it. Second walk of the game. Hamilton 2 for 13 with 6 strikeouts against Furbush. Goes Carl Wilson going to go out and talk to Furbush about the approach against Hamilton, plus allow the bullpen to be ready. Right-handed pitcher up. His numbers for Hamilton against Furbush with 6 strikeouts, 13 at bats. Dina up, right-hander, power arm, another power arm out of the bullpen for Seattle.
Joe Ervis has done a nice job for Eric Wedge. Carl Willis out to kill some time to give Medina a little time to get ready. Two outs, runners at first and second. Halos down by 2. And Hamilton up 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Here's the first one. 1 ball, no strikes. Josh hitting 187 against left-handed pitching this year. Has 6 home runs and 24 runs batted in. 1-0. Up and in. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good patience right here for Hamilton. Now more than likely we'll get a fastball. He could center in on the zone right now to drive it. Doesn't have to be overly concerned with the slider now.
Two-0 pitch. Takes inside. 3 balls, no strikes with Howie Kendrick on deck. Now the 3-0 pitch. And he walked him. That's 8 straight out of the strike zone, and they are loaded out for Kendrick. And you wonder if Wedge goes back out to the bullpen to bring in Medina.
Well, you would think he would, especially with the pitcher from 8 straight out of the strike zone. Go with the percentage righty versus righty, and he is going to do so.
So it's the second time in the ballgame the Angels have had the bases loaded. The last time was back in the 3rd against Felix Hernandez. And Cole Calhoun squared one up, but right to Gutierrez in right field to end the inning. So we have ourselves a pitching change. Second here in the 7th. Halos still down by 2, but have them loaded. To 2 outs, and then walked Trout and walked Hamilton. He's sitting on the bench as Yoervis Medina comes into the ballgame for Seattle. We'll take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Going summertime sadness. Talked about the first day of fall, how Mike Scioscia's club from August 23rd, 21-7. Let's go back, tap into that summertime comeback ability here with the bases loaded. Howie Kendrick up at the plate, an opportunity to, at the very least, tie the game up with a base hit. Medina's got a good fastball himself. He's 92 to 97. Slider, changeup.
61st game, 4-6 mark at 2.92 ERA. Facing Howie Kendrick, who's 1 for 3. Double with a run scored in the second. First pitch swinging, lost one out to right. Playable for Gutierrez. And just like that third inning, a fly ball to right ends the threat. 7 complete. Halos down 3-1.
Angels Baseball is brought to you by AT&T, Rethink Possible, and by El Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste.
Top of the 8th inning here at the Big A. Still 3-1 Seattle, and C.J. Wilson back out on the mound. And here in the 8th inning, he'll face the top of the order. Almonte, Gutierrez, and Seager. 99 pitches, 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 6 strikeouts and a walk. The difference in this game, that 2-run home run by Justin Smoak with 2 outs on a 2-strike pitch. 6th inning.
Pretty solid as far as pitch count for CJ, just 99. It's a quick, clean inning. Mike Scioscia may allow him to go back out to the 9th inning.
First one outside. Almonte, the center fielder, is 1 for 3, singled back in the first inning.
Well, those shadows are getting real close to home plate now. Certainly advantage for a pitcher. Tough 5th inning as far as pitch count for CJ, 24 thrown.
Almonte offered at that.
Chased a high changeup, would have been a 2-0 count.
Again, trying to bunt. We've seen that quite a bit from him.
It's not a bad idea. You bring your quarter infielders in, a better opportunity to punch a ground ball by them because you have to be aware of the bunt.
And again, this one bunted on third base line, but foul. 2-2. We've seen it pretty much every time he's come to the plate, trying to drag bunt even from the left side.
Runs well.
A swing and a miss, and down it goes. 1 down.
Second time he has struck out in the game. 7th overall for C.J. Wilson, along with 1 walk.
Franklin Gutierrez, the right fielder, 1 for 3. He singled in the 6th inning. Takes up and away. 7 strikeouts for CJ now with 1 walk. Seven hits for Seattle, 2 for the Angels. And the Halos kind of reverse roles with Seattle. They've stranded 10 today. Mariners had opportunities aplenty last night, stranding quite a few base runners.
Angels twice today with the bases loaded, failing to score. 3rd and the 7th.
Grounder toward the hole, backhanded by Ibar, gets rid of it quickly, 2 down. So with the 2 outs, nobody on base, here's Kyle Seager. Seager's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. One-0. Fouled back. Halos in the bottom of the 8th inning have Calhoun, Conger, and Navarro due up. Medina will be coming back in because he threw 1 pitch. Retired Howie Kendrick. Dropped down a little bit, got the outside corner, 1-2.
Good velocity on that one too at 92. First 2 at bats for Seager. Having a swing and miss on sliders. Now he has him set up for a breaking ball again.
That is a called strike 3. Down goes Seager. A 1-2-3 inning for CJ. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1 Seattle. Three runs. but still trailing it here, and see if the Angels can do something here in the bottom of the 8th inning, as they'll have Calhoun, Conger, and Navarro coming up to face Medina.
Yeah, it looked like he had a conversation with Mike Scioscia after the inning. It looks like CJ still might be in the game.
Feeling pretty good.
Good to see him get his first complete game as an Angel. 2 years here. Throwing the ball exceptionally well for a long period of time this season. An opportunity, if he stays in there, pick up his 18th victory.
Calhoun this afternoon is 0 for 2. A walk, a fly to right, more of a line drive to right, and a strikeout. Fouls the first one back.
It's going to be more and more difficult to see the baseball as a hitter right now. Is that shadow right over home plate? Pitcher in the sunshine, batter in the shade.
One ball, one strike. And Cole drives one out toward right center field. Hit well. Almonte pulls up. Gone. A big fly for Cole Calhoun. 8th of the season. It's a one-run game.
Corky Calhoun said, I don't worry about the shadows. Got a fastball, firm fastball for Medina, and hits it out to center field. Well out. Batter's eye in center field for Calhoun. Oh, just jumps all over this pitch, middle of the plate. That's what you hope to see as a batter when you're dealing with the shade. Not seeing as well. You want to get a fastball, and that's what he got, a zone, and he drove it out to center field.
5th home run allowed by Medina in 61 games now. And here's Hank Conger, who easily can go out as well. Takes a strike on the outside corner.
Starter ERA for Seattle, 4.25. Bullpen, though, 4.50. Keep in mind, Trumbo still available.
0-2 to Hank. Conger hit by a pitch, a strikeout, and a walk. So he's 0 for 1. Efren Navarro on deck. Outside with a breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two now. Hank lifts one out toward left. Saunders back a couple of steps. 1 out. So Efren will step to the plate now. Fielder's choice, a walk and a ground out. 0 for 2. First one's low. Cole Calhoun leadoff home run to start this 8th inning, making it a 3-2 game. Navarro takes a big swing, comes up empty.
Well, that baseball was hit a long way by Calhoun. So Calgill's loosening up in the dugout in case Navarro gets on base here. Let's see a pinch runner.
Went back to that breaking ball, evens up the count of 2-2 now. Fan Appreciation Day, 39,099. Sign out in just the right of straightaway center field. 3 million fans for the 11th straight season.
Very impressive. Great fan support here in Anaheim.
Breaking ball outside. Full count.
Navarro's got to get a fastball here.
And he lines this one to left field. It's a base hit. So a man on with one out here. Andrew Romine coming up. Here comes Calgill.
A nice swing from Navarro. Didn't try to do too much. Punches it in the left field for a base hit. Medina has allowed 3 stolen bases in 6 attempts.
Down in the dirt, gets away from Zunino. Calgill will take the extra base.
Overthrown fastball. Hits Joe West in the leg, but doesn't get far enough away where Calgill was able to read that. Good read. Get into scoring position.
Good read. He just stayed put. Didn't commit to going back to the bag, and that's what allowed him to take that extra base. Representing the tying run. Romine takes outside, 2-0. And to me right now, what I've seen through 4 batters from Medina, you tell me if I'm wrong here, unable to throw that breaking pitch for a strike.
No, and you just got to center in on the fastball. It's a good fastball, but it's relatively straight. So look fastball. Anything spinning, let it go.
3-0. Top of the order, J.B. Shuck on deck. And he walked him. So 2 on now with 1 out.
J.B. Shuck coming up. He's been so clutch this entire season for the Angels.
Carl Willis, the pitching coach, going to come out and pay a visit again. Colin Calgill is going to come over and talk things over with Dino Evil. Lucas Litke getting ready, the left-hander whom the Angels saw in Friday's game. J.B. Shuck 0 for 3. Did draw a walk back into third. Nybar on deck. Takes a fastball for a strike. Now Monty very shallow in center field, as is Saunders in left. Saunders shading Shuck toward the line. Callaghill tying run at second. Romine go ahead run at first. Breaking ball. Now he's got that pitch locked in there. 0-2.
That's a pretty good breaking ball. Very difficult to track for J.B. Shuck, especially when you've seen him watching the on-deck circle. He hasn't been able to throw one for a strike.
Oh, 2 hit out toward left field. Playable for Saunders and moved over to his left. 2 outs. Callaghill stays put. So it'll be up to Eric Aybar to keep this inning going. Eric 0 for 4 today. Last time up, lined out to Saunders and left. That was from the right side of the plate. No 1.
Saunders playing pretty shallow in left. Almonte shallow in left center. The air is very deep in right field.
Halos today 0 for 10 with men in scoring position. That's going to make it 0 for 11. We'll head to the ninth. Angels down by a run. It's 3-2 Seattle. In the bottom of the 8th inning, stays in the game. He's in right field. Cole Calhoun moves over to first base. TJ Wilson back out of the mound here in the 9th, and he'll be facing Morales, Smoke, and Zunino. 8 innings, 112 pitches, 7 hits, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts. Kendrys Morales 1 for 3, a double with a run scored in the second.
A good changeup to start off against Morales. We talked about Morales loves to hit the fastball. Good decision by CJ.
2 balls, 1 strike. Halos now have stranded 12 base runners in this game. Looks like Danny Farquhar getting ready for Seattle, the closers. That's down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike.
The last time around for Morales, fell behind the count 3-1, threw him a 3-1 slider. Followed up with a 3-2 fastball. He hit well to right, but more like you might see a breaking ball here.
This is line to left. Leadoff single. So Morales is on board. Second hit for him today. Will bring up Smoke. Stick around after the last down. Angels Live post game presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Tim Salmon's last show. Done.
Not coming around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's a weekend warrior, huh?
Yep, that's it. So Andy Chavez taking over at first base as a pinch runner.
CJ's got 2 double plays already in the game. Could use one here. Morales with 2 hits, a double and a single. Nine for 21 in his career versus CJ Wilson now for Kendrys Morales.
This one lifted foul and out of play. That's an 0-1 count on Smoke. Homered his last time up. 2-run shot that put Seattle back on top 3-1. 18th home run of the year and his first from the right side of the plate. Took something off on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, CJ's had a good changeup today. Next pitch he throw will be 120.
Well, that ball was rifled into the seats.
I hope everyone's okay on that one.
Just past the 3.5-hour mark. Remember, we had that 23-24 minute delay back in the 3rd inning dealing with the bees, the swarm of bees that came out. The warning track out of right field and into center field.
Chavez has 1 stolen base, but caught 3 times this season.
One ball, 2 strikes.
I don't even think if Mike Scioscia with CJ here, if you get a ground ball double play, more than likely we'll leave him in the game with Zunino coming up. Otherwise, that pitch count mounting even higher for CJ. 121 pitches thrown.
One, 2 in the dirt.
Good job by Hank blocking that pitch in the dirt.
Two balls, 2 strikes now on Justin Smoke. Morales with a leadoff single. Andy Chavez pinch running for him at first base.
A change up here. So he can get it out in front.
And he did. One down. It looks like that's going to be it for C.J. Wilson with Mike Scioscia coming out. Sure enough, he's going to go to the bullpen. So we have ourselves a pitching change here at the top of the ninth inning with a man on. Michael Kahn will come into this ball game with the Angels down 3-2.
Job in this game for C.J. Wilson. 9 punch outs in 8 1/3 innings pitch, 123 pitches on this, 1 walk on his previous 4 starts against Seattle, hoping that Michael Kahn can shut the door here and let the offense pull one of their patented comebacks. End up getting no decision, get Michael Kahn a victory here.
62nd game, a 1-3 record, 3.61 ERA. As Endy Chavez over at first base and Mike Zunino at the plate.
Generally with the step off is followed with the throw over the first base. You got to believe Endy Chavez is going to be going here.
One ball, no strikes. Mike had an issue a couple of nights ago as far as throwing strikes, falling behind hitters, gave him 3 hits. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 2 runs allowed. Good breaking ball there.
And when he doesn't overthrow his slider, he has a very good slider. His changeup has improved. Fastball velocity there, he just has to trust those 3 pitches.
One pitch. It's fouled back. It's 1-2. Angels in the bottom of the ninth inning have Trout, Hamilton, and Kendrick due up. Figure it'll be Danny Farquhar coming into the ball game. Endy Chavez hasn't shown any indication that he's going to be breaking towards second as of yet. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morales, a 2-hit game. Led off the second with a double and scored on the Zunino double. It gave Seattle a 1-0 lead. The Halos responded with a run in the second. This was fouled back. Still at 1-2. 3 more games on the homestand tomorrow night. The Oakland Athletics coming to town. The American League West Division champions.
He finished a grand style today, too, against Minnesota. Scored 11 runs. Especially with Texas losing in the bottom of the 9th with a walk-off grand slam by Justin Maxwell.
And Zunino goes down, swinging, 2 down.
Good fastball from Michael Kahn to get a swing and miss. Good sliders in that sequence against Zunino also. Challenge him up and in. Good running action. There's some punch outs overall in this game.
Yeah. That wild card situation now is Tampa and Cleveland in the top 2 spot. Texas now a game and a half back.
What, 5-15 in the month of September for Texas.
Yep. Texas goes home now for the week.
Play Houston before we go in there for 4.
Yeah, 3 against Houston and 4.
That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun down there.
Franklin takes outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Franklin, the second baseman, 1 for 3. He singled into 7th. Franklin pops it up left side. Andrew Romine near the bag while stepping on it. How about that? It's like you're playing pig in basketball.
Can do it all.
Yeah, right. Got to call that though.
Yes.
Play to the bottom of the 9th. Trout, Hamilton, and Kendrick coming up for the Angels, down 3-2. On 3-2 Seattle. Eric Wedge has gone to the bullpen and brought in Danny Farquhar to try to close this one out. 14 saves and 18 opportunities. 43rd game overall, an 0-3 mark and a 4.53 ERA.
Yeah, Farquhar's got a good fastball. 92-97 cut fastball, which he throws quite a few. Curveball, changeup.
Farquhar takes over for him. Yoris Medina ended up getting J.B. Shuck to fly ball to left and Eric Ibar to ground out to end the threat in the 8th inning. Mike Trout today 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. First one is upstairs. Farquhar averaging 13, just over 13 strikeouts per 9 innings. Second among relievers. This one's tapped foul. Picked up his first major league save on August 3rd against Baltimore. Called up from AAA Tacoma on May 15th. Two balls, one strike. Life on that fastball.
He's averaging a little over 13 strikeouts per 9 innings.
And that is out toward left center field. Michael Saunders moving back on it as he steps onto the track, makes the catch. One down.
Well, anytime in the day you hit a ball pretty well, you think it has a chance of getting out. That got to the warning track. But off towards the end of the bat. It's the only reason why that baseball stayed in the ballpark, but still so strong, drove it all the way out to the warning track.
Hamilton looks at a strike. Josh 0 for 3, 3 punch outs and a walk. 4 hits for the Angels, 12 men left on base. So the opportunities certainly were there today and have been. That one's a strike and it's 0-2. Foul back. He lulls you to sleep with that slow breaking ball and then throws that 95-mile-per-hour fastball at you.
Real good life. Hamilton 0 for 2 against Farquhar in his career.
Breaking pitch, lined into right field, a base hit.
Hit that 1 for 3 now.
Yeah, tying runner, I should say, is on base. Now Kendrick coming up. Howie 1 for 4 on the afternoon. A double with a run scored back in the second. Howie hits one out to right. Here comes Gutierrez dealing with the sunshine. Makes the grab. 2 outs. So the Angels down to the last out here. And Cole Calhoun will come to the plate. Cole homering to lead off the 8th inning to make this a 1-run deficit for the Angels.
And that ball was crushed to dead center field. Well, he's had some big hits. Coming back up to the show here for the Angels, Cole Calhoun.
First fastball down low. Another left-handed batter, Hank Conger on deck. Farquhar, the 5th reliever used by Eric Wedge. 2-0.
Back-to-back cut fastballs. Doesn't want to put Hamilton in scoring position via a walk here to Calhoun, so probably going to challenge him.
This one looped. Third base side, foul territory. Seager near the railing, and Seattle takes the finale of this 3-game set. The final this afternoon, 3-2 Mems.
Boy, another close game played against Seattle. 1-run game. Seattle be able to win this one 3-2. Justin Smoke, a 2-run home run, the difference maker in the 6th inning. C.J. Wilson threw the ball very well himself. Falls to 17-7. Oliver Perez picks up the win. Seattle wins this one 3-2 to salvage the 3rd game. Stick around for Angels Live with Victor Rojas and Tim Salmon. Going to break it all down for you.